post-production, if there was one, I had to dig into the lost tapes and I had to pull this one out of the abyss. This episode was almost lost to me forever. Crazy, you know? Alright, and welcome back to another episode of the 8.1 billion podcast. This time around, obviously, we got a new interface. I have a new camera. Hopefully, you can't tell I have a new mic, but yeah, we are back after a brief hiatus. It's been good not being on the podcast, and it's good to be on the podcast. As always, I'm your host, Saucius the Savvy, and this time we have a new guest coming from YouTube. We have our new guest here. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am your narrator, Paranormal Poet. I am a full-time YouTuber. I narrate ghost stories every spooky Saturday for a segment I do, Spooky Saturday. And I also do Wednesday Zendays for people who are on the opposite side of the spectrum, where they want to enjoy calming ambiance, have something to listen and focus to. You know what I mean? That's just my majority of my content that I do.
Oh, yeah, that's good if you're a night owl like me. That's why I've been in your stream so much. I just can't sleep, or I'm working on something and you're live.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm a night owl's best friend is what I like to call myself.
And it's fitting because you do a lot of spooky stories. You do a lot of creepypastas.
That's right. I haven't done a creepypasta in a long time, but it's still on my resume.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for the first thing I want to address is just tell us a little about yourself. Like, how long you been doing YouTube? What got you into horror? Those kind of things.
So I'll start off with just simple. My name's Nick. I was born here, California, Northern Cal. You know what I mean, NorCal.
Yeah.
And I pretty much got into YouTube. I think it's every 11-year-old kid's dream to become a YouTuber. You know what I mean? We all have that dream. And so I started a YouTube channel. You want to know my original name? The original name was hilarious. The boy who cried Nerf.
I thought it would be something like Scary Man.
No, the boy who cried Nerf. We were gonna make skits with Nerf guns and stuff like that. That was the original channel. But no, my little brother gave me access to the channel, and he made his own. And so I got stuck with the boy who cried Nerf. And fast forward years later, I think from 2015 to 2021, I took a huge break, huge hiatus.
Yeah.
And so once I came back as an adult, 21 years old, I was already into poetry, and I wanted to kind of showcase that, you know what I mean? So I started posting poetry videos, and then I started narrating. I was like, I narrated a poetry video, and that's the highest viewed, highest retention rate video I have on my channel. They all the comments were saying, I love your voice. You're so light, but I love your voice. Keep going.
And then you eventually transitioned to horror with your narration.
That's right. Because most of my views were coming from people that were older than 40, and they actually appreciate poetry. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
unlike the younger crowd where they're just like, "What is this bullshit?" Yeah, so I was like, "How am I gonna get younger people to watch my content?" And I was like, "Scary stories. There's nothing cooler than scary stories." And
yeah.
so
But I know poetry was bigger back on YouTube back in the day with spoken reasons and the whole slam poetry movement. But
slam poetry, yeah, absolutely. You will not find my ass doing slam poetry anywhere. No, I can't do that.
uh,
I'm more of the samurai in the garden writing a beautiful haiku, looking over the beautiful valley, you know what I mean? I'm more of that kind of poetry guy,
oh
not
yeah,
not like yeah, just shouting and stuff like that
yeah,
and
I get
reciting.
you.
Yeah, I
But
couldn't do.
before we go any further, I have to ask a question.
Of course.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Damn right I do. I believe in
Okay.
ghosts. Always will.
When did you had your first spiritual encounter?
My first spiritual encounter, that's a good question. That had to be that had to be the Running Man Bridge incident in Wolfboro. It's in Bear Lake or Bear Creek, California, and like I think Arnold, that area. That's where it is. And pretty much like there was just this whole rumor going around that there's a spirit that haunts this bridge at night. I'm not even kidding. All the Boy Scouts would say it. They're just like, "Oh, be careful of the Running Man. If you're ever on that bridge at midnight and you feel the bridge actually vibrating and shaking from underneath your feet when it wasn't, that's the Running Man running straight past you." And I didn't believe it until it actually genuinely happened to me.
It felt like a gust of wind just passed you.
It wasn't just a gust of wind. It was like I was standing on the concrete and I still felt these footsteps. Like I heard the bridge go doom 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 doom, and I turn back and I see the actual bridge freaking moving and there's no one on the bridge. Like bridges don't move by themselves, not like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And yeah, once that happened to me, I was like, you know what? There might actually be something to this. And so that was my first ever encounter. That happened in 2018 when I came back to Wolfboro for a second time.
oh yeah, yeah. I know. 'Cause I do personally believe ghosts are real.
Oh, yeah?
It's just what made me believe in ghosts was nothing like supernatural. I actually was a history major the first time I went to college, and I
Mm,
was learning all the ways people essentially died around America. And
right.
I just came to the conclusion there are some hindered souls that were done so dirty on earth they had to have lingering spirits.
Of course.
And I'm Christian, so if you believe in God, you believe in spirits and ghosts. So I just par for the course.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of some of my Christian friends or I'd say Catholics mainly, they actually go against the idea of me telling ghost stories. Just why are you talking about ghosts in general? Ghosts are bad. All ghosts are demons, which I highly disagree with.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they try to convince me to turn the other way. No, like I'm just out here doing me. You know,
yeah,
I have my audience. I'm gonna stick to that.
yeah. Because don't they say that ghosts are spirits that haven't made the big decision? It's like,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, like limbo. You don't want to move on to the other side, so you just stay on Earth with your spirit.
Or sometimes you can't even move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes you want to go, but you can't because something's holding you back.
yeah,
If you want to go to heaven and something is holding you back and you can't do anything about it, of course I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be restless, you know what I mean? So then you start to understand why some of these sightings are the way they are. It's just a pissed off ghost. Like, oh, they want to move on, but they can't because they have to do something. They have to fulfill something.
yeah,
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
La Llorona was cursed with the only way La Llorona can get into heaven is if she finds the original two souls of her missing kids that she drowned in the is it San Luis River? It's like that one. And Yeah, she's been searching the whole globe for the original two souls. So
Yeah,
she's basically stuck here.
yeah, and there's stories like that all across America. Like historically, if there's ever any big cultural change or shift or migration of people, there's always some stories like that that get stuck in stuck in between the soil and the land.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Especially like the Appalachian Mountains, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Though that the Appalachian Mountains actually one of the biggest mountain ranges in the entire like globe of this damn earth. Like it's split. Like there's the Appalachian Mountains continues on the other side of Europe. It's literally like it's the same range. It's just split by miles of ocean. Because back when Pangea was around, it was all one connected like mountain range.
Yeah,
Imagine all that's probably why that's probably why they got the Yeti over there. That's probably why they got the Yeti over in Tibet. You know what I mean?
Yeti and the Sasquatch are related.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. Now I have a theory as to why we see so many Bigfoots in North America, but I'll get into that later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could probably see it as like we got brown bears and polar bears. It's just one was just in a different climate.
Right, exactly. We did have the Bering Land Bridge, that ice bridge that crossed, that crossed into North America at the time. And we do know there's a species called Gigantopithecus blackie. That was a massive orangutan-like creature that was 10 feet tall. That motherfucker was 10 feet tall. Guaranteed a family of them crossed into temperate climate of North America and gave birth to different offspring that were able to handle the temperate climate. And that became the first Bigfoot of North America. You know what I mean?
So how many do you think are still out there?
Thousands, because they, you know, we're a species. We procreate, and so do they. And so thousands, thousands upon thousands of Bigfoots spread across everywhere in North America.
That would explains all of the Bigfoot sightings all across America.
hmm Especially in the California Sierra Nevada mountains where I was, and also Pennsylvania and Ohio, all them wooded, highly wooded areas like that. Those prime Bigfoot country.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, I just never gave it much thought, like how forested some places are.
Dude, there's so many like it's to the point where it's like if you walk in one direction in a straight line and you walk in the wrong direction, well, guess what? Now you're dealing with more forest, but in the complete opposite direction. Like it's big. You get lost easily. So there's clearly something out there. All these people saying Bigfoot ain't real. Come on, dude. Be open to it at least.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about a conspiracy theory now, like how, like, did we explore 100% of the landmass on the United States? Like, you telling me it was too forested in this area, so we only explored like
E- Exactly.
81% of Colorado?
Exactly. Not we haven't explored everything. And we haven't taken into fact that tunnels exist, caves exist. Some caves go deeper than others. You know what I mean? We have to take that into consideration.
Yeah, because it was like America's 250th anniversary not too long ago.
Yeah,
I
I
would have
remember.
thought that we would just had explorers.
No, not everything has been mapped out completely yet, not even on land. Imagine the water, but we know so much about the space and directly above us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's because of other stuff. But I never thought of it like this. Like we had this country for hundreds of years, and we've been exploring since before Lewis and Clark.
Exactly.
As really makes you think. Like it makes you think like camping is irresponsible. I was a Boy Scout, eventually turned Eagle Scout. And you mean to tell me that we've been camping and we haven't explored 100% of the state?
Right,
That's great.
exactly. You were a Boy Scout? Shit, man. And wait, you actually made it to full Eagle?
Look, technically, it's a on a technicality.
I mean, hey, massive respect to you. I stopped at first class. I I actually aged out. I turned I the equivalent of retiring because you're too old to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I turned 18. I turned 18, and I the only rank I left was first class. That's as high as I ever got.
that's good. I was just a energetic jack of all trades.
Did you ever do rifle shooting and the shotgun shooting merit badges? Those that was fun.
I did go skiing a few times.
Oh yeah,
Just the animals don't want to be out in the cold either.
oh
So
true, yeah. They
instead
don't
of
really,
fighting like the wildlife, you're fighting the weather.
you find the weather. Yeah, weather's trying to kill you instead of the animals.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
I was saying the reason why I brought up like Bigfoot and all that, I was saying I was curious on like which urban legends do you believe in? Obviously Bigfoot, the Yeti.
Yeah, I believe in them.
And it's entirely possible the Loch Ness monster is real. We just haven't discovered that species.
I mean, we found a massive skull like in one of the lakes. We literally found a massive skull that belonged to the it's one of the periods that's like where the dinosaurs lived. It was a literally embedded in the rocks. It was embedded in the rocks and boulders of one of the most famous lakes, and they found it. It's a massive skull. So if something like that, they they had to have survived. You know what I mean? Some of them had to survive.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that a single rock hit the Gulf of Mexico, aka the Chicxulub dinosaur impact, and like just evaporated every single bit of water on Earth. It didn't happen like that. The
Yeah.
The Gulf of Mexico is shallow. You know what I mean? It's shallow. It's shallow water. But if it was deep water, we still wouldn't lose water. There would still be fish and other wildlife around. You know what I mean? You just had to be far away.
Yeah, things migrate, water currents push and pull smaller fish a certain direction.
Exactly. Yeah. No. There's something. There's something in our waters. To discount that is just highly closed-minded. I would absolutely say so.
Oh yeah. And then I wanted to ask, as you're making spooky things and like scary stories and all of that a bigger part of your hobby, like do you find yourself having more frequent bad dreams?
When it comes to bad dreams, no. I dream perfectly well, perfectly fine. The only time I've ever had nightmares is when I've had to deal with something like demons or stuff like that, where I'm really digging into the history. That's only if I'm digging into the history of it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm there was a story I did, the Shadow Doll, you know, the Worse Than Annabelle, the Shadow Doll video. It
Yeah.
was a Spooky Saturday explaining someone's experience with that specific doll. And the original thumbnail is actually the real Shadow Doll in the thumbnail with like the text Worse Than Annabelle. And the second I uploaded it, every single time I would look at it, I'd be fine. The second I exited out, boom, I got hit with a massive wave of nausea. You know where you feel like you're actually gonna throw up. You know what I mean? You feel like, yeah. I had headache. My eyes were. I feel like the back of my eyes were burning. You like very back of my eyes. It was very bad. Uh, I was about to throw up. I didn't, but I was like, dude, there's nothing that hits me this hard so suddenly. And I just deduced that simply because I looked at a photo of her online. that it actually caused that. And come to find out, people on Reddit were sharing their stories, not just on Reddit, but everywhere else. Like, do not look at a photo of this doll. Like, she is the real deal. She will make you sick. And so I I made a brand new thumbnail, and I replaced it, and I felt instantly better. Like, nausea was gone, the burning sensation was gone, and that was a real experience, man. That genuinely scared me for the first time.
Okay, yeah. People whose personality is, I love horror, I love watching scary movies. I always
Um,
wondered, like, do they experience bad with nightmares more than the average person?
I'm sure they do. You know what I mean? I'm sure they do, but the only time I've ever really had bad dreams is just when I'm delving into demons and stuff like that. Like when I'm like interested in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm just not gonna shoo me away from the concept altogether. Of course, I'm gonna continue looking into them. Like, what's a bad dream ever gonna do to me? You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm just knowledge is power, and the more you don't know about something, the more scared you are, and that's why I choose to learn about these different things so I can combat them. You know what I mean?
yeah. I went through something similar. I was on the quest for forbidden knowledge, and that led me to doing a ritual of sorts.
Ooh, nah, that's interesting.
Like, I don't know if you ever heard of it, a ritual.
Yes, I know exactly what that ritual is. That's a pretty scary one. You got to do everything exactly.
Yeah, I did it when I was around 15, 16.
Oh yeah.
It was, I was say a little thing about it. It was like, obviously, everybody knows that if you wake up between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, that means someone's watching you, most
Right.
likely a spirit. Because I think that time period is where it's most spiritual and most ghosts are closest to the physical realm.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. I
because
think.
normally during the day, a ghost can only like fly past a curtain and make it move a little bit, but in
Right.
those hours, they can actually knock over a vase or something.
They get stronger.
Yeah,
Some of them are just strong as hell, man. Seriously, some ghosts are just strong. The power that they have, if you have intent, if you have intent to show yourself, someone will see you,
oh,
because that's all it takes for spirits to manifest.
yeah. So I was doing the Three Kings challenge. I saw it on Reddit, so I was just following the instructions.
Yeah,
The candle, the medium personal piece. I
right.
set up the mirrors,
Yeah, the
and I
mirror.
had my brother. I told
Oh,
my brother at this point, at this time, like 4 o'clock or something, run in, dump water on me so I can come out the trance. And it was so surreal.
huh.
I believe you're talking to your conscience and your subconscious,
I
like the two ain't like the angel and the devil on your shoulders,
uh-huh.
like the angel, it could be a guardian angel or an angel closely related to you,
Exactly.
or in the demon.
Yeah, true. I haven't played that game. I haven't played the Three Kings. I've always wanted to do the midnight game. I wanted to do the midnight game because I have a big let me tell you, I have a big ass house. And the second my parents are gone, boom. Like, if they go on a long ass trip, and it's just actually I couldn't do that because my grandma stays at home full time, so I couldn't do that to her.
That the one we have to knock on the door
Yeah, like,
at midnight and have salt with you.
uh-huh, you have to have a lighter and then walk around with a candle the whole time. And if it
Yeah,
goes out, you have 10 seconds to relight it. Otherwise, you sit until 3:33 a.m. in a circle of salt, because that's when the game ends. So,
yeah. I wanted to try that too, but I was never alone.
Dude, like imagine a whole group of black people just doing the midnight game. That'd be funny. That'd be so good content. I'm not even kidding. Because
Oh,
there's something about black people. You guys are so observant to danger. Like you see things, you're like, hey, no, 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 no. Why is that door open? Why is that door open like that? I don't remember that. Like, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
white people like us, we're just like, oh, the door's open. Who's that? You know what I mean? Let's go. We're curious. But no, not you guys. You're just like, no, 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 no. No. Why is that door open? I
yeah,
don't remember it like that.
yeah. Because I'm one of those people. Well, growing up, I wasn't into like horror movies and all that because I always believed that if I can fist fight something,
Like,
I'm not scared. Ironically, I was scared of Chucky for a long time, but
really?
it was because he was so ugly that it put fear in my heart. In reality, if he ran at me with a knife, I could just do my best Ronaldo impersonation and just kick him and punch
Exactly.
him. But like
Exactly.
Jason, I can square up with him.
Oh,
Freddy Krueger, I know how to lucid dream. I can be on an even playing field with him.
is it? Exactly.
Jeepers Creepers, I can fight him. Um, Leprechaun in the Hood, I can get lucky. Like
Lucky.
horror never really touched me and affected me because I know that I'm gonna fight or
Yeah,
go down fighting. So if I could punch you, I have a secret like good charm I can use against you.
exactly.
Fear isn't there. But that being said, I only had 2 nightmares in my life, and the one nightmare that stuck with me was completely random. It was
Mm.
me. Do you know what a candy lady is?
I do know what a candy lady is.
Yeah, get the candy lady at the end of our neighborhood in this old house. She always sold like chips, honey buns,
Oh, okay.
chocolate bars,
Yeah.
Dixie cups, all that. So in this dream, I was nightmare. It was the dead of night. I was in the candy lady's house and I was just walking around, not even looking for candy or trying to steal anything. I was just exploring.
You were just in this lady's house.
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
then once I searched majority of the house, I walked out and I walked under a street pole and someone shot me from behind and I woke up.
yeah, like you just get shot from the back, right? Like, like,
And the
oh,
person who shot me was on the porch and I never saw him in the house. I don't know what it means. I just woke up sweating and I just didn't want to go to sleep again.
you know what that means? You know what that means right there?
Oh no.
That means watch your back. No, seriously, there's no other explanation for seeing someone that you missed on the porch. You missed this person, right? You didn't see them at all, but they were there the entire time. So that means be vigilant and watch your back.
I
It's
always assumed they was in the house and I just didn't open a closet door and just walked out and they just heard me.
no, no. Like if they were on the porch the entire time, that means you weren't vigilant because they were there the whole time. You just didn't see. But if yeah, so I think that's the main message of your dream is watch your back, boy. Like I'm pretty good at dream interpretation, you know what I mean? And so when I heard that just now, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely a lesson of watch your back.
Yeah, but that was all the way when I was like 9, 10 years old.
Do you
That
have
was like that was
did
like
you
the only nightmare. It was one other, but I can't really remember it.
did you have ops at 9 years old?
Apparently,
Did you have people after you at 9 years old?
well, I did grow up with like a certain famous rapper, and we
Oh,
did beef a lot, but it wasn't nothing really serious.
okay. I mean, yeah, ain't no way a famous rapper gonna beef with a 9-year-old. You know what I mean?
No, he was a kid too.
Oh, well, then you're on the even playing field.
But the thing is, I never had any bad feelings about the candy lady. Like a few days after I had that nightmare, I went to the candy lady, bought a drink, some chocolate, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just how the house was built and how it was standing on the corner.
Right.
It's just like a menacing house, I guess.
Oh yeah, just one of those the old Victorian style houses. The ones that make you feel like, damn, this is old.
Yeah, it gave off that vibe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool though.
But that, cause that got me thinking. Cause I'm big into lucid dreaming, and you can actually conquer your fears by lucid dreaming. Because my best guess is a dream is like a computer simulation scenario your brain puts you up against just in case you be in this scenario.
Right.
And I always help people conquer their fear of heights because majority of the time people aren't really scared of how high you are. They're scared of the pain you'll feel once you hit the ground.
Yeah, their fear of falling.
Yeah. It's like I used to be scared of snakes, but I realized when I held a snake that doesn't bite, I'm just scared of a snake's bite and how painful it'll feel.
Exactly. You're just scared of the consequence.
Yeah, because I had a snake in science class in high school. I had a snake around me, and I ain't felt fear because I knew it was gonna bite me.
Yeah. Snakes are cool. I love snakes.
And I learned a lot. Like, if you're scared of snakes, you're most likely scared of needles because the pain that you really hate experiencing is the sharp kind. Like,
Yeah.
I rather get hit. Some people rather get hit by a car because the pain is all throughout your body than getting stabbed at one single point.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I don't know about me. I mean, I'll take a needle over a car crash, but yeah, no, it's just annoying. You know what I mean? It's just like growing up as a kid, yeah, feeling that intense pain, even for a second made me start crying. But as I got older, I'm like, this pain is annoying, dude. But then you have places like right here, you know what I mean, where the doctor implants the IV and flushes the fluid into you. Like I looked at the needle go into my hand right there into that vein. I didn't feel a single thing whatsoever.
Oh
But
no.
this but the second they find my vein right here for a blood test, I feel every single like I look at the needle, you know what I mean? It goes in.
And that's how I conquer my fear of needles because my generosity. Because always felt guilty about not giving blood because of needles
Cuz
to donate plasma. And this is like the second time I felt like genuine fear. I walked into the plasma donation center,
yeah.
and every instinct, every like my fight or flight, my fight or flight just went out of whack. I walked through the door, and it was just this most intense, strong, overwhelming smell of blood. It just
Yeah.
stopped me in my tracks. I wanted to turn around and not sprint, like parkour away from the building.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like I spend a lot of time on crime scenes and like at murder spots and all that, but that much blood just entering your nostrils, it's like
Oh,
I just got to get away from this
it
place.
did. You smell the metallic smell. You're just like, oh, oh
Yeah,
no, I can't do this.
it just caught me so off guard. And
Yeah.
then one good thing came out of it. I do a lot of tests on you. I don't got any sexual diseases, so I'm clean there.
Me too. Me too. I'm good. I'm good. I'm still. I mean, yeah. I'm still clean over here. So
I'm still disappointed. I don't got any like rare blood. I'm like,
oh, really?
oh, your blood, you got V negative. I'm like, all right, yeah.
B negative. Damn. You got O type blood. I'm like, oh, O. So you're universal. I was like, you got God's blood, huh? Okay.
But yeah, I went into donating plasma, still scared of needles, and they got this like half-inch thick needle, and like real long. They put it like right. They put it like right here,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like a it ain't like just a normal needle. They really stick it in you. Like
Cool. Yeah, I couldn't donate blood. I'm sorry.
it was
I mean,
just
I've done blood tests before and I seen my blood get drawn, but that needle is like this long. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That needle is this long. You can see the hollow. It has a hole in it. You know what I mean? I can see that. And when the needle goes in, it's like barely, like I will feel it, especially if they miss on the first one. But
yeah,
yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's just annoying, but it's fine. But then the ones that they do on here, I don't feel at all. I'm just like, it's because it's probably because I do all that kung fu stuff. I condition my knuckles and stuff like that,
oh yeah,
and the skin around it. Like I'm always backhanding my punching bag, so like I built the skin around this to be like extra tough. So when he does it, I'm just like, oh, all right, cool.
but then the thing is, you gotta fill up like a bottle,
I'd go
like
nah.
yeah, it's blood. It would be like all the way right here, and this little part would just be plasma.
Yeah.
So you just there for like an hour or two,
Oh
and
god.
as I was just sitting there, I realized I'm not scared of needles. I'm just scared of the feeling and the sensation of something inside you, inside your bloodstream. Like I could
Exactly.
feel the needle just in my arm. It just
Oh.
made me tense up, made me squeamish. That's why I
Uh-huh.
hate needles.
No, I'm my toes, uh-huh. Like you said how long the needle was, and I instantly felt shivers. I'm not even kidding. Like that made me that you just changed my perspective on getting blood panels and blood tests because blood tests are far less intimidating than donating plasma with a needle that long. God damn, that's scary. I,
Yeah, and then
I'm
they tell you your arm goes. It leaves such a big hole once the needle is out of you. They tell you not to move your arm for a few hours, otherwise blood
oh
is gonna squirt out. So I'm walking into the college cafeteria with a jacket holding my arm like Itachi.
you just exactly. No, that's wild, man. That's wild.
But yeah, donating plasma made me a bigger person. I felt
Yeah.
so many strong emotions.
Exactly. Hey, you survived. You went through it, and here you are now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And
did
some
it multiple times trying to get used to it. It just you don't get used to
you
it.
don't get used to that feeling of seeing that large. Once you see that needle, you're like, oh fuck, here we go again.
Yeah, I can take 1,000 shots, but if you impale me and leave it inside me, I just can't take it.
Yeah,
I'm just tensing up the whole time.
I've
How
always yeah.
just feel like a long piece of metal inside of you.
I mean, there's kind of like I don't know. I kind of have these thoughts where it's like if someone were to walk up to me and stab me, you better best believe I'm gonna grab that knife, the base of that knife, as hard as I humanly can. I'm gonna break that person's fingers so they can never grab onto that knife again, and I'm just gonna leave it inside because that actually improves your odds of survival. Because what kills you is bleeding out, and that's what happens if you take it out too
Yeah,
fast. You know what I mean? Because then it hurts everything else around it. So leaving it in, going to the hospital, and actually, having them professionally remove it would be like 10 times better. I'd rather pay $10,000 for a hospital bill or for a surgery. You know what I mean? Than die easily. Yeah, because at least I'm still alive.
I'm not scared of getting stabbed because you're most likely gonna be on adrenaline and all that. I
Mhm.
rather yeah, I'd rather somebody rob me and stab me than me go to the nurse and get a shot that I have to drain blood or drain poison from.
Exactly. Now, a lot of people say getting shot, you don't even feel it. You don't even feel a burning sensation. You don't feel like because the adrenaline kicks in immediately. You're just like, oh, you know what I mean? It's the
Yeah,
pain that comes afterwards. When
yeah,
the adrenaline wears off, you're like, oh, fuck, this actually hurts. You know what I mean?
yeah. But since we're talking about fears and what scares us, I gotta say, since you do a lot of scary stuff. What's like the scariest thing like you ever went through?
That was probably my first ever Bigfoot sighting. My first and only Bigfoot sighting I've ever encountered. That still scares me to this day. You know what I mean? Um, this happened to me when I was 16 years old. I was at that same camp, Wolfboro, and they tell this story, this elaborate campfire story about a massive being that's like 7 foot tall that has like a broken leg because one of the hunters that originally discovered it shot it with a shotgun, blew half its leg off, and it healed in the wrong direction, especially the bone, and so he drags behind that dead foot as of now. You know what I mean? So you just hear thump, drag, and that's how you know it's him. I was like, well, I don't believe in that story, but it's cool. You know what I mean? And later that night, it was at like 11:30 p.m. at night. I was brushing my teeth as always. I had my headlight on, which is like 15 feet of visibility, and then past 15 feet is like black, nothing but just black. And I'm not even kidding you, dog. I straight up in the distance, I saw two massive red eyes looking straight at me, and in the story, that's exactly what happens. It's like two red eyes, but not just that. I was standing on loose sand, dude. Have you ever been to the beach and you stand on loose sand? You have your buddies jump around you. You don't feel anything, right?
Yeah,
Because the loose sand dissipates all the vibrations and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
I felt this thing was walking straight towards me. I felt every single footstep. This thing actually, like, it was terrifying.
And this was like Northern California.
In the Sierra Nevada mountains. I was in Arnold, which is it's like where that's Angel Island, you know. And
Okay.
so what I was like in Calaveras County. Monster is the name of this thing, and Calaveras County is right there. It's close. You know what I mean? It's close by.
Yeah. And when you said it was 7 foot tall with a bad leg, and this happened 10 years ago, I was thinking like, when did Greg Oden retire from the NBA? You probably
It's
caught him
gotta be.
sleepwalking or on angry
That
on a
must have been
night
a big
walk.
dude. Yeah, no, no, but for real, man. Like I literally saw the second I saw those eyes, I'm like, oh, so I guess the stories are real, and it made a sharp turn to the right and just disappeared. I didn't see it again, but it was walking towards me. It was definitely walking towards me. I had a weird feeling that day or that night when I saw it. And years later, even to this day, when I bring up the encounter, I actually get full body goosebumps. That's how I know what I saw was genuinely real, because the human brain is notoriously horrible at remembering details unless it's traumatizing. You
Yeah,
remember the most vivid details when it's traumatizing, and that's what happened with me. So,
yeah. Just like how I remember my one and only nightmare.
exactly. It's because it just shocks you, right? The first time that ever happens to you, it shocks you. So, of course you're gonna remember it.
Yeah.
And
But
so,
but I think there's a lot of creatures wandering around that we don't know. I just find it irresponsible because as a kid, I always thought that, like, all right, we have, let's say, like Texas, like we occupy Texas, so we
oh,
should have everybody like walk and explore every inch of Texas, like no
right.
matter what it looks like, no matter how bad the area is, we're gonna get a general understanding of the land.
We're gonna chart it exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna chart it as accurately as humanly possible. Um,
yeah. But now,
it's
I'm
Texas, dude. They all got guns over there, like legally. Like, how can we not explore Texas? You know what I mean?
yeah. Cause then it begs the question we have: like national campsites, like natural forests,
Right.
and we haven't explored, like heavily explored. I'm not saying it's hard to do on foot and can't really see in a helicopter, but there are a lot of things out there that we don't know, and we just let be and let's adapt. And I just think it's terrifying.
Yeah, no, we just need to dedicate our time. And
And
like,
that's where like conspiracy theories like those fallen angels really have foot, because I'll believe in a conspiracy theory. Like, let's say, I'll put it like this: I believe in every conspiracy theory. I believe 1%, because I'm a creative writer and I can at least respect that you created this whole web of information that kind of goes together. So
exactly.
like things like Nephilim and like fallen angels and
Yeah.
like 12-foot giants
Do
and
you,
their remains being found, I would kind of believe that.
me too.
Like I'm up to like 20% on that one.
There's one giant I believe is genuinely out there who is actually a Nephilim, and she's residing in Japan. I did a video about this. You can watch it if you want after this. You can watch it. I highly recommend to the listeners that are listening right now. It's called uh, Hachisaku Sama. That's her name, her Japanese name. That stands for 8 foot tall lady, and she described as wearing a wide brimmed straw hat, and she is 8 feet tall, and the way she kills you, people don't even know if you die or not. You just disappear. She, like, literally, she marks you by making a specific sound. It's like a po po po. Like, you hear that through your phone, you're fucked. She chose you. You know what I mean? You get a call from a random number in Japan. Suddenly, you just hear "po, po, po." You're dead. You have 3 days, and every single day you have a nightmare of the same lady, but she gets closer and closer every single day, up until the third day, and then you just disappear, never to be seen again. And I believe she's actually a Nephilim because the coastal parts of Japan back then would have been safe from the flood that God sent to wipe them out. They would have been absolutely safe from the flood. So one of these Nephilim, must have went over there and like actually established herself in Japan. And now people are telling stories about it. It's highly plausible.
Yeah, that was like in biblical times, it's like a huge concentration of them around modern day Israel, the Middle East in general.
Exactly.
I think some soldiers found one still living, took it down, and it was, well, classified it as much as they could.
Mhm.
There was a third one found around the islands of India. It probably just drifted up on the shore.
Exactly. Yeah. Currents might have carried it.
Yeah.
Ocean tides might have carried it.
And they say some like NBA players are like descendants of a few.
I believe that. Some of y'all guys are 7 foot tall. I'm like, how does a person even get that tall? You know what kind of breast milk do I need to ingest to like actually get 7 feet tall? Because I'd like to do that. I
It's, it's
Yes, please.
probably it's probably possible. Some like hunters came across a Nephilim and selectively breed it until they went from like 10 to 12 feet all the way down to 7, 8
7
feet
feet.
tall.
Yeah, exactly. All the way down the line because they realized being that tall was actually a disadvantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then the newer ones would be 7 feet tall at least. You know what I mean? And then it turned into NBA players. You know what I mean? Now I understand it. I understand your theory.
But it's like, if you Google like the tallest human ever, it was some guy in the 1800s. He was 7'11" or
Holy
Some people
fuck!
say
He's
even like
actually
8'11".
no. That guy was a big. Yeah, he was big. I
I'm
just
like,
know. Yeah,
what if that's like an early descendant of a Nephilim human
we
crossbreeding experiment, and they wanted to see how intelligent he can be
right.
and how much he can adapt.
But also, like, we need to look at his brain. We need to study his brain because if there's a tumor right on the pituitary gland, then that explains why he got so damn tall. Is because the tumor just told his brain to keep growing. It didn't tell him to stop. And so, if we do find that, if we ever do find that, we just have to assume that there was a tumor there, told his brain to not stop growing, and you know what I mean? And then he hit his ultimate height. But I don't know, the taller you are, the harder it is for your heart because, you know, the harder your heart has to pump blood to all these areas. They're just so freakishly long, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's why the Nephilim, if they are descendants, they got shorter and they got what if we are the Nephilim? You know what I mean? What if we are the Nephilim?
Mm, yeah. I do think we do got samples laying around.
I
Cause they say like, well, at least in the U.S., the military is 10 to 15 years more advanced, and like if that's true, like imagine what they was able to capture and see and observe with their
exactly.
advanced tracking technology.
Now, if you were to have an alien encounter, have you ever had an encounter with a UFO or just something unexplainable like that?
Oh, when I'm awake or when I'm, because I is a advanced lucid dreaming technique called astral projection.
I
I
do
can
know.
use that to send my spirit far away from Earth.
Yeah.
I observe distant galaxies and all that. I haven't seen anything in the dream world. In real life, no.
No.
I did see some weird stuff in the sky, but who knows what that can be.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the weird stuff in the sky you got to be scared about. It's because it's not the thing in the sky that worries me. It's the men in black that come after you. The
Yeah.
man is like, "Hey, you didn't. Hey, what'd you see on this night? Oh, I saw a UFO. No, you didn't." I was like, "You just asked me what I saw. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? No, I didn't. I know
And
what I."
I'll let it be officially known here first on the 8.1 billion podcast.
Oh,
If I ever am fortunate enough to be abducted by aliens, I'll power through their torture and their probing, and I'll become friends with them. I will sell out humanity and Earth.
you'll sell out humanity.
I'll
You'd be
get
like,
to be
"Hey,
friends with
man."
aliens in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going with the tall whites. The tall whites are the ones that are easier to deal with. You know what I mean? They're
Cause
much
I
more.
thought about the scenario, like as a creative writer and as just like going through life.
Yeah.
If aliens discovered Earth, it would be 10 times worse than Christopher Columbus discovering quote unquote America.
I think they have discovered Earth. They just don't care about us. That's what makes it really scary is because they can just plow you over. They just plow us over whenever they want.
Yeah, cause their
They
technology is so advanced we can't even comprehend it.
but the thing is we're living in a what do you call it? A symbiotic relationship with them. So they understand our worth. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, these ape-like humans understand how to build decently good vehicles. We can use them. You know what I mean? And there's like an agreement there. But and we have water, we have fresh water, we have salt water, stuff that they probably don't have. And so they don't want to kill us or kill our planet because they need us and need our planet. But at any point they can just mow us over because they don't care. You know what I mean? So that's the whole relationship.
Yeah, and I don't believe in like lizard people. If aliens wanted to disguise themselves as humans, they can do it perfectly.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I do believe some of the higher ups do have some connections, though. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them, I don't know. Some of them are just strange, strange people. You'll never find me with the higher ups ever. I got better friends than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
and I jokingly call myself Earth's ambassador.
you,
I,
yeah,
I will sell. I will sell out humanity if given a chance.
if given a chance. Yeah, no, if given a chance, I would do what I can to just like convince the aliens just like, hey, like we're not perfect. You know what I mean? We're not perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't learn. And you just have to tell the right people your message, and and I'll do what I can to spread it.
It's like,
At least
have
with
you?
your love.
Well, at the very least, I'll say take me instead, and wherever y'all going, just like biologically change my body so I can go where you guys going.
I don't know about that, Phil. I don't know about that. They're gonna do more than just they're going more than just probe you, dude. If you're gonna do anything to me after you abduct me, at least put a tracker. That's at least like the best bet. Like put it somewhere in my arm. Put it somewhere in my arm that I can like, oh, okay, I remember it. You know what I mean? But don't put it. Don't shove anything up my butt. Like don't. Why you gotta shove stuff? Why you gotta shove that in my butt? Come on, man.
And
Why you gotta shove it?
I don't know how that became a trope in Alien.
Why is it a trope to shove anything up your butt? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously though, like
But have you ever watched the show Invincible?
Invincible. Damn, that sounds familiar though. No, I haven't.
Well, not to like spoil anything, but
Oh, go ahead. I don't care about movie spoilers. Yeah, you good?
because like, what if this alien race came to you and said, "We have technology that'll make modern day humans look like cavemen, but in return, you have to enslave humanity if you agree to this deal, but you get access to our medicine that's 20,000 years more advanced. Like cancer is viewed as the common cold to them type of thing. Would you accept
Hmm.
that deal?
Uh, Buckle up, or I'll say shackle up. Oh no, I'm just kidding. No, no, I'm not accepting that deal.
I've been thinking about it. I'm like, I would take that deal
You would have took that deal. You would have enslaved everybody else. You would
for
have.
the advancement of if because in the show, the person being proposed this deal is half human, half the alien race I'm talking
Oh,
about.
he's
So he has a chance to fight back. But
what?
if it's all humans and they came up with this deal, it's either we accept this deal, be slaves, or they take over the planet
Yeah,
without us being
yeah.
there.
What would you would have chose? You would have chose the other one, huh? You would have took it. You would
Oh
have
yeah,
took that too.
everybody a slave, not just black people. Everybody gonna be.
Everybody is like, oh yeah, exactly. Equal treatment. That's right. Equal treatment.
And then once sympathizers see how bad they're treating us within a few hundred years, they would make us indentured
Intention
servants, and
service.
we can have access to their technology.
Hey, honestly, yes. Like it honestly probably takes time. I was just thinking of like this. Yeah, I'm not enslaving people, but when you think of it that way, yeah, kinda.
Because look at what we did
I
in
kind of see your
history.
point.
Look at what we did in history. It's like the first time I ever saw a Native American was in middle school, and I felt so bad because she's honestly an interesting person with an
Right.
amazing personality, but all I know about Native Americans is their tribe names that's still on like street corners and all that, and
Yeah.
the casino. If the
Yeah.
aliens come to Earth, we will have our equivalent to a, a casino.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Like they're gonna do our very best. They're gonna do their very best. Honestly, I might yeah. Now that you say it, I'm taking the deal. I'm taking that deal.
'Cause another thing I found out is humans physically don't take up that much space.
No.
If all 8.1 billion of us stand shoulder to shoulder, we will fill out the entire city of San Francisco.
Probably you'll probably overflow it. Yeah.
But like let's take the Mojave Desert. If you put every human in the Mojave Desert, front to front, side to side, we won't even fill up the Mojave.
No, we couldn't. Yeah.
It'll make us wish for a nuclear winter, but we don't take up that much space.
We don't take up that much space at all.
So aliens do come. Sharing the planet is definitely on the table. He's got to give up 4 continents, you know?
Yeah, and I mean they're mainly there for water and rich resources. You know what I mean? Resources to help them. Like,
Yeah.
they ain't really like, you know what I mean? Last time they enslaved something, I mean, if they enslaved like another alien kind, they eventually rebel. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
eventually do. So you have to, yeah, they have to. I mean, they got, if you got advanced technology and you're still forcing people to work for you, that's kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
You know, you got all this, you have like drills that can turn rock into glass and make it smooth tunnel like areas, but you still want physical workers to punch out holes? No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. Don't be doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If your civilization got a Dyson spear, you can make a robotic army to do any physical
To do it for
labor.
you. Exactly. You
Yeah.
could do it just have them do it for you. Why you gotta enslave the physical? Or just like not even physical, just like physical bodies just to do your work for you. You got technology, use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They can even transcend death. Because I was thinking about it. If I ever did sacrifice myself to save Earth, that probably put my brain and my conscience in a metal body.
Right, yeah, they'll probably bring you back. They'll bring you back with your memories and stuff.
Yeah.
And now you'll be like a Titan, like the Mortal Kombat. And you know the super yeah, the Titans. You'll be the keeper of time. How does that feel? You
Yeah.
come back to Earth as a keeper of time.
The true Earth ambassador.
You'll come back as Raiden. How about that? You get cool lightning. You see yourself as the keeper of time? I honestly see myself as the keeper of time if that ever does happen to me. But that would be such a big choice for me to make, you know, like sacrifice myself just to save everybody else, you know, knowing what my family's going to feel.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But I mean, it'll be for the greater good. I'll come back. I'll be alive. I'll just be in a different body. And death won't affect me.
Yeah. I just think it's a side effect of artistic expression. I'm a creative writer, so I really dove into like what would I do in this situation. Like
Right.
I'm writing a story right now where two soulmates actually found each other, but there was a part of a shooting, and guess what guess what one of them did for their significant other. Like as they were meeting Saint Peter, this I don't know which gender is going to do this. I'm just going to say person. This person gave up their spot in heaven for their significant other. Like what?
Oh,
It
that
like
sounds
some,
like that sounds like something a guy would do. Not gonna lie, that sounds like something a guy would do.
I don't know. When you messing with soulmates, it's a coin flip.
Yeah, no, that's definitely that's what I would do. I would give up my spot for my soulmate.
But but from a author's standpoint, I got to review what both characters did throughout the story, see which one actually would realistically go heaven or hell, and I'm like, who's gonna give up their spot?
Exactly. Yeah. Like who actually has it in them to give up their spot?
Both of them will do it for the other. It's just who is originally going in.
Right. It's more like who wants it more. You know what I mean? It's like boxing. Like both fighters might be very very good, and both have a chance of winning. It's just who really wants to win. You know what I mean? Because once you gassed out, uh, and the other person's still hitting on you, then boom, now we know who wants it more.
And then it's such a powerful literary element. I want to do it more than once. Like there's somebody who's so generous and nice and spent all their lives helping people.
Right.
Even at the pearly gates, they're still not done helping people. They want to help a person who's been denied entry, that kind of thing.
Exactly. No, like that's I highly applaud you, man. Seriously, us creative writers genuinely like are I don't know, just the content and the ideas that we can come up with. It's like always it's refreshing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like as a kid, I can acknowledge I was a really weird kid. I was addicted to watching I wouldn't call it near death experience videos because they actually died. In
Yeah.
one video, it was an old man. He died for like a few minutes. They brought him back with a defibrillator, and he
Yeah.
was describing what he experienced in heaven. And what one thing that always stuck with me was he said he looked at the garden, he looked at all the flowers, he saw flowers that weren't native to Earth, and he saw colors that humans haven't discovered yet, and that
Huh.
deeply intrigued me.
No, that's pretty yeah, no, I've noticed well, yeah, I sometimes watch those too. And me too. I'm a weird kid. Always will be. I'm not changing that for anybody. Here's something I always say. I'd rather be weird and happy than normal and depressed. Because a lot, how many normal people do you know that live a normal life are actually secretly suffering behind the scenes? You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
one that works a 9 to 5 or maybe even longer job, telling a weirdo like me, get a real job, but they're the ones actually struggling. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like don't. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna stay on my lane. So, like I always say that no matter how horrible it sounds, but it's because it's true. There's a
oh
lot of normal people that are depressed behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And how
I
many?
just
Yeah,
yeah, it just I just for me one I went through what I went through and I experienced true inner peace.
hmm
It was from the least likely place. I was on top of a parking garage overlooking the city like Batman. And it just hit me one time. It was just perfect silence. No birds, no cars, no people. Like the whole world was silent for a cool 13, 14 seconds. And
duh,
this wave of understanding hit me. And I just started crying.
yeah,
Well, not like, well, tears rolled down my face as the wind started blowing again, but it was just like a split second of enlightenment.
yeah. Just like finally being calm. You know what I mean? Amongst the chaos of the city, you're actually standing on top and looking down and actually being like,
It
like,
was something more
yeah,
intense and like I don't know the right word for it, but it just made me like realize a lot of stuff. Like there are words in the English language we haven't made yet. There are situations, feelings that we don't have words to describe them as.
exactly.
It's just a lot.
It's definitely a lot. I highly agree.
Cause that's after I experienced that, I realized there are pros and cons to find an inner have an inner peace.
Of
It
course.
was like one of the ones that has brought us back to our previous topic, but experiencing true inner peace, I I'll say one of the downside is I'm not afraid to die. Would I have regrets and would I want to still do stuff on planet Earth? Yeah, but if I die tomorrow, I wouldn't be upset about it.
Because
I can,
because you lived your life.
yeah. And then another thing will be like I had a lot more than what you say would be normal. I have more near death experiences as a kid
Mm,
than a lot of people. It's
interesting.
actually it's for one, it's why I call myself Lady Luck's godchild because I am naturally lucky. But then I actually started diving into luck. There's two types of luck, all on the same side of the coin.
Yeah.
But as I went through these near death experiences, there's always somebody who I always caught. After the near death experience happened, there's somebody riding past me on a motorcycle with a hood on their head. It could be the modern day version of the Grim Reaper, but each near death experience, there goes that motorcycle and the hood on their head, and the motorcycle wasn't making any noise.
What? No way, really?
Yeah, like the first three times, I was saying it's coincidence, but
No,
the
I
more
can.
near death experiences I survived, and someone on the motorcycle just happened to be nearby, something spiritual had to have
No,
happened.
that kind of reminds me of the Hat Man. You know what the Hat Man is, right? Who he is?
Oh no.
The Hat Man, that's the sleep paralysis demon. Every now and then people see like some shadowy entity with a top hat on, you know what I mean? And they describe him as very benevolent. Like he doesn't attack you or anything like that, but there was one time there was a man who actively got into a car accident, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he recalled a moment where he stood out. He was standing outside of his car on the ground bleeding, right? Because he got flown out of the car, and and right as soon as he lost consciousness, he remembered seeing this really tall man with a top hat on, standing far away in the distance, looking straight at him. And then he closes his eyes, loses consciousness, and then when he wakes up in the hospital bed, like you know what I mean, days had gone by, and he literally opens his eyes to see the same man standing at the end of his hospital bed. And you want to know what he said to him?
What do you say?
I almost had you. And then he disappeared.
So
Like,
you had me up until you said that. 'Cause I thought you was alluding to the guy on the motorcycle
no, no,
with his
like the
hood on. I thought you was trying to allude to that was my guardian angel instead of the Grim Reaper.
no, like the Hat Man is a different beat. That's a different entity. Not like the one that you saw. This one's a different entity. That the motorcycle, I don't know what that is. Maybe that is your guardian angel, or maybe it's just the Grim Reaper. Who knows? But uh,
Because the
that's
thing is, I don't, I don't, I don't hate or dislike motorcycles. I would just never ride one.
no, me too. You're there was a the Y Files. AJ's dad. AJ's dad was a cop, and
Oh
yeah,
no.
AJ's dad was a cop, and the second motorcycle accident he had ever been in, a car hit him on the same exact side as the first one. This time it severed his entire leg. Like they literally reattached his leg during surgery, and it was pretty bad. Like, and that was all because he was riding a motorcycle. I'm like, oh, I'm not riding no motorcycle. I want to lose my leg like that? No, 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 no. I can't.
But yeah, it's actually now as you mention it, I do want to admit something that is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Okay.
When I never experienced the top hat man, but I love it when I get sleep paralysis. It's
Me
such
too.
a it's scary, but it feels good.
Me too. No, like my whole room turns like a slight tinge of blue, that like bluish, like I call it azar blue or azure. It's like very, very light. It literally feels like I'm in like this is what it's like to die. This is what it's like to be a spirit. Everything around you is just this strange color blue, but everything else has color to it. You know what I mean?
I remember
That was
I
like,
cause
yeah.
I cause I was trying to lucid dream recently. It was like last week. I had sleep paralysis and I was like a prisoner in my own body. I was
Yeah.
wiggling my toes. I was like humming. I was slightly rocking my body side to side, the normal stuff.
Mhm.
I guess I must have just hummed a little bit too loud because my brother came in the room to, and he was like, "What's wrong with you?" And as soon as he opened the door, it kind of like jolted my body, and I regained control.
It snapped
He,
you out.
yeah, he woke me up, woke my body up.
That's wild. No, that's funny though. You're just like, like, bro, shut up. Like, what are you doing?
But that's what you gotta deal with when you lucid dream. Like
Mm.
I
Good thing my
probably,
bro- Good thing my brother's not like that. I don't know what he would do if he heard me strangely humming like that.
no, that's just like form saliva. Because when you hum like that, you just asking your body to swallow, and when you swallow and getting that function in your body, you slowly get the other functions back.
True, true.
But there are abilities you can learn and gain when you lucid dream. Well, as a kid, there was a ability I used to do. It's called like making your own pocket dimension. It's like late at night when I was a kid, I'll be the only one in the room. I'll make sure no light is coming from any outside source. So it'll be me in my room, and the only thing I'll have on is like the TV or the game. And it was like after a while of being half asleep, experiencing the only light source in the room, you can just feel it. Everything past your window, everything past your door is gone. It's like you in inside this one room and just floating somewhere in space.
That's wild. I never thought of it like that.
No, it and the feeling is so intense, and you swear it's real. It's like late at night, past midnight.
Yeah.
There's no lights on except your TV, and then you just have this feeling that if you try to, I have curtains over my window, so if I look at my curtain, I can just feel and imagine. There's nothing else. If I would just go ahead and look out the window, there'll be just pitch black. If I open my door, it'll just be pitch black. You just the only thing that exists in this
It's
point of time is this room.
just your room. That's wild. I'm gonna have to try that one of these days. No,
That's
seriously.
yeah. Cause as a kid, I'll just stay up a lot, and I'll just be alone in the room. Even if I open my closet, it'll just be pitch black. And if I hide in the closet, it'll just be me swallowed in darkness. I won't even feel the shoes at the bottom of my closet.
It'll literally just be you floating in empty space, even though there's shoes below you. You don't feel them.
Yeah, and I think when that happens, it's literally you are in your own pocket dimension because you aren't. I can't really put it in words, but you are. I wouldn't say the only thing living, you're the only soul occupying this space. So when
Exactly.
all the light and outside influences aren't beaming and shining and affecting this space can be anywhere in space or
Yeah,
anywhere else in the dimension.
I highly agree. There is an ability that got stronger as I got older. You ever heard of remote viewing?
I think once or twice.
Remote viewing is where you can essentially it's exactly what it sounds like, where you're in you wherever you are right now, and you can project your consciousness elsewhere, and you can see accurately like stuff that's actually there in real time, and you can describe it accurately and stuff like that. The first time I ever experienced remote viewing where I was actually accurate, my friend, the one that I brought up on panel last night, Florna,
Yeah.
she lives in well, she doesn't live there, but her mom did, the islands of Dominica. And so that's a very specific island, and I've never seen any visible pictures of this island before. And she just told me a location. She said Portsmouth or Portsmouth. She said Portsmouth, Dominica. I'm like, okay. And so I just closed my eyes and immediately started getting like flashes of just quick flashes of just terrain features, and I was just describing what I saw. And she showed me an actual picture of Portsmouth, and it's exactly what I saw. I saw the black volcanic sand, which is actually there to this day. I saw the village that's up on the small hill. You know what I mean? It's on the way up. I saw all
Oh,
these beautiful trees, the water quality, the way that it was shining. Like I described every single land feature perfectly, and have never seen Portsmouth before, and and that only got stronger the more I do. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
so
that's a good ability.
that's a really cool ability.
I'll say the closest thing to that would be reality shifting. It's like if you study a place so intensely and you be involved in that story, like let's say for Star Wars, you read the books, you watch the shows, you play the
Uh,
games, you be so familiar with the setting that when you lucid dream as a stormtrooper, and like as you've read what a stormtrooper does, your whole time you lucid dream, just going through the life of a stormtrooper.
That'd be the most depressing life in the entire world. Getting abused by Darth Vader, all your Imperial officers just telling you, barking orders at you. You know, it's
Yeah,
like, and I can't even aim straight because my helmet's fucked up. No, I was like, come on, man.
but
Why do I gotta be a stormtrooper? I want to be a clone at least. You know, at least I
yeah, so
got better vision.
essentially you've been there before, just not physically.
But not
I don't know if
physically.
you astral projected over there or or your soul had, I wouldn't say sleepwalked over there, more like
Yeah.
you flew over there with your spirit, but you've been there subconsciously at
Subconscious.
some deep level. Maybe he's ancestral, maybe you got reincarnated.
Exactly. Who knows?
You're
It's
reviewing a memory from a reincarnated ancestor.
Can you imagine that? All our memories right now are just like they're walled off, but we can access them simply by astral projecting. That'd be cool. I think that's actually what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I
think
believe I,
that's
I believe in past life experiences, past life regression. I literally I remember how my past life died. I'm pretty confident as to how I died.
yeah,
I think it's I know I died young. I know I was like a young teenage, young adult when I passed away in my past life. I think that's why all my memories are coming back to me now because I was like around the same age that in my past life that you know,
yeah.
that would make sense to me. But essentially, I was a Native American, some tribe somewhere. A land like a territory dispute happened, and they all started attacking, and I mean, I just vividly I mean, from what I remember, I just vividly remember seeing an arrow, seeing someone with a bow and arrow shooting in my direction, and then feeling like a strange sensation, like in my eye, and then and then from there, the memory goes black. Um, do you believe that birthmarks are? Do you believe that birthmarks are the where your past life died? Do you believe in that?
Oh, like transferred scars.
Yeah, exactly. Where the scar of your ancestor is you know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah, but then I'll question like what weapon was so powerful that my grandson is still hurting from it.
damn, damn, that's wild. I mean, you want
That's
to know?
something. That's something you have to fight a god to go through.
You might have been a demigod. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
he's
you want
yeah.
to know what happened with mine? Where mine is?
Oh yeah, which one? Where?
My birthmark, my only birthmark is in my eye. It's actually in my eye. It's like visible. I don't want to show the camera because I'm gonna have to zoom in and stuff like that. But it's actually in my eye, and it's been there my whole life ever since I was born.
Yeah, I do think yeah we do pass down a lot of things,
Yeah,
and that's really interesting because there's a family I'm writing in my stories where they live a long time, and I've been thinking like, well, for context, The current person in his family is called Gilbert Jenkins the 17th. And
That
what would happen if he meet Gilbert Jenkins the third? Like,
right.
what would be passed down? What would they have in common? Type of thing.
Exactly. Like, would they have the same scars? Would they have the same issues? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the same favorite color.
Yeah.
And then what's funny is this bloodline is so cursed. The world police and the world military is supposed to treat them like each member has committed every single crime.
Mhm.
And what's funny is each iteration of a Gilbert Jenkins, he's either chaotic neutral or lawful evil. But the Gilbert Jenkins the 17th, he's the first ever Gilbert Jenkins that's chaotic good. He won't
Chaotic
be
good.
lawful or neutral good. He always is. Most Gilbert Jenkins are a chaotic something. Like I
Yeah.
say, a cool 60% of them are chaotic neutral, but this one is the first chaotic good. So he gonna
Uh,
rob a bank to give struggling people like $500,000.
I like that. I like that. That's a concept I can get behind. I like that.
And then when all the Gilbert Jenkins have a family reunion, it's a national planetary threatening event. And
Oh,
each military has to make sure it goes smoothly. Because if Gilbert Jenkins the 10th get drunk and
oh,
start a war with Gilbert Jenkins the 14th,
all
oh,
yeah, all of them,
the destruction would be just out of this world.
all of them would be. Yeah, no, that'd be wild. Yeah,
Man,
no,
that's just the stuff I like to research since I'm writing about. Because like each person in his family, I'm writing it to where they were personal shareholders for when the Fountain of Youth was discovered. So they're like a private family who
yeah.
owns like 15% of the Fountain of Youth. So each member lives to be like 400 or something.
You just reminded me of something. You just reminded me of something just now. You want to know what I wanted to be when I grew up?
A pirate.
No, I wanted to be Indiana Jones. I wanted to be an archaeologist. You
Oh,
know
what's
why?
this?
Because I wanted his gun. I wanted to have a revolver in my satchel. I wanted to have a whip by my side, a fedora, which I do have. I do have a fedora. Oh, and then I just wanted to go find buried treasure. That's still my dream. I want to find buried treasure. Do you think there's actual genuine buried treasure somewhere and we just like are just so lazy nowadays to like not go out and look for it?
Oh yeah, I bought a old treasure map from a thrift store. You probably see it in my background.
See, I was gonna ask about it. I was like, what kind of map is that? That's like old. That's like old as hell.
Yeah,
That's like your ancestors map.
it's like a modernized treasure map, but
For real.
it does have like the most famously like Billy the Kid's treasure is still buried in northern Canada.
Yeah.
There's a lot of treasure that's still out there. It's just due to like erosion and tectonic plates moving and treasure chests falling deeper underground and
We gotta find
imploding due to water pressure. There's treasure still out there. A lot of treasure has been undiscovered.
we
Because
gotta
what
find we gotta find it, man.
because what most pirates do when they get old and about to die, they go to a random island and bury it somewhere close to shore. So after a few hundred years, it eventually drifts off into the ocean. Something pulls it down, or there's a huge wave that knocks it underwater, and it just keeps sinking.
Right.
But they say Billy the Kid's treasure is what has been discovered. It's just in a cave system in like the unstable part of Canada.
Um.
So you gotta actually drill into the ground. You gotta do all this
Oh.
crazy stuff. But
Yeah.
treasure chests are out there.
No. Yeah. No. This is why. This is why I believe This is why I believe AI can be like a good help. You know what I mean? Just be like, "Yo, I found this text. I want you to do your best to translate this." You know what I mean? What does this look like to an AI? What does this personally look like to you? And you know what I mean? Because then you can have like you don't take it at face value. You can like bounce facts or bounce opinions, and just yeah. I've been talking to Gemini more recently because Gemini seems like the good companion, good partner. You know what I mean? Good partner in crime to have. And no, seriously, it's a lot better.
Is informative.
No, seriously, it's genuinely good. It's a form of it's a good companion to have, especially when it comes to longer scripts. I just
Yeah.
because now as you know, my spooky Saturday stories are now like 10 minutes long of just me talking. Like ChatGPT couldn't do that. I would have to be specific with my prompt to get it to write me a prompt that's actually like 10 minutes long. I just say it to Gemini and boom, you know what I mean? And I'm always the one that edits my content, so I'm the final verdict always. And so
Yeah.
it's still my work, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
formatted in a way that I can actually deliver a 10-minute story.
Yeah. And when you do get through those 10 minutes, how do you build suspense and tension when you're telling these stories?
There are different points. There are different points where I generate suspense. A lot of the times it's done with like those slow pauses. And it's like like I was like I was walking my dog. I was walking my dog along the eastern edge of the Appalachian mountain range when suddenly everything around me just went quiet. And then it was like, and then that natural pause right there, you're just like, wait, why did it go quiet? You naturally want more to the story. So letting that silence pan out, it's like, oh, okay, he's patient with me. You gotta be patient. Yeah. And not only that, but it adds to your narration time because that small 2-second silence actually contributes to that heavily. And when
And
you're
like,
telling, yeah,
are there like certain voice? Well, are there certain like sound bites you use to?
I do.
Oh yeah.
One soundbite I use is called Spooky Ambient or Spooky Wind. It's found on Pixabay. It's free to download and free to use. And it's just a constant like humming noise, like like
Oh
that.
yeah.
And I use that noise only in the beginning when I'm setting up my hook, like deep in the mountains of Appalachia. There was a couple, and you hear that sound in the background. That's spooky wind. And then after that, I use the campfire sound. It's a 2 minutes campfire crackling mixed with a night ambiance with like crickets in the background. So you turn the crickets down, but to where you can still hear them, and you turn the fire all the way, not all the way, but like higher than the crickets. And then all I have to do is just talk as close as I can to the mic, and then turn my gain up just for my mic, and so I'm good. And that's how you get a perfect balance of sounds because you hear the fire and the nighttime ambiance, and then you just hear me. So it really feels like your ass is back in Boy Scouts. You know what I mean? Sitting across the fire, listening to someone tell you a ghost story. It makes you feel relaxed. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That's a unique way to do it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I
I would
don't.
say, I would say, for that from that question, if you had to make a scary movie, you had to make it scary as possible. Would you use like the same elements throughout the movie?
Absolutely. Something about Japanese horror, they do the way do you know why Japanese horror films are so scary and memorable?
They're so spiritual.
No, it's because of the ambiance or the sounds that they use and the music. It makes you there's a reason why all of their films are high pitched. They have that high pitched noise. It's like a drone noise where it's like high pitch. It makes you uncomfortable. hearing a pitch like that makes you uncomfortable. So when you all of a sudden hear that, you know something bad is going to happen. That's why Japanese horror films are so scary. Is because the ambiance comes first, then the actual person in makeup, you know what I mean? The actual ghost or demon, you know? And so that's the concept that I would use is ambiance first above everything else. Like if the ambiance is scary, but people are trash talking on the way that the monster looks, but they're still getting freaked out, cool, I did my job right. Because it's the ambiance that did it for them. Do create a movie.
Yeah, it does sound unique,
Yeah.
but mhm. Yeah, I'm
You
at
at
the, I'm at the end of my notes.
yeah, you at the end of your notes. You
Yeah.
all good though. You're a really good interviewer. I I'm still very appreciative for the opportunity to be on here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to give you the opportunity, you know what I mean? Like, cause I know what it's like being a YouTuber and not having people to collaborate with you, you know what I mean? So the second you ask me, I'm like, let's go, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. The
and
crazy part is it's easier to get content creators and YouTubers more than it is to get random people.
exactly, yeah, people that just want to be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, like there's something about you that like just came off as very, very like relatable. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to help you out, so I just absolutely said yes upon getting the email from Adam. I was like, "Yo, this is my dream right here. I've always wanted to be in a podcast. You know what I mean? A podcast format."
Oh yeah.
And
Well, I appreciate it.
I was able to get you some subscribers to your YouTube channel yesterday. You know what I mean?
Oh
I gave you a shout out, and you were at 22. You were at no, you were at 21 subscribers. I gave you 26 by the end of the night. Like you went from 21 to 26 on the 8.1 billion podcast.
yeah, that's our
And I was
fastest
like,
growing period so far.
exactly. Yeah, no, everyone deserves a chance to grow, and I just wanted to give you that chance. So, yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we appreciate it.
Of course, of course.
And then if I ever get somebody from Japan on the podcast, well, I'll make sure we dedicate a portion of it to talking about Japanese horror and diving into it more.
Well, maybe you can bring me up on panel then, you know, like have oh, that would be cool.
Oh
I would
yeah,
that would be an awesome opportunity right there.
yeah. Because we don't talk about horror and the supernatural stuff on the podcast a lot.
hmm And nowadays, people, you know, back in my day, if you even talk about the Mothman, you get scolded by your parents. You know what I mean? You get told like, "Hey, don't be talking about this in public. People are gonna call you weird." And now look at them. Now look where we are. Everyone's talking about Mothman as if it's like a cool new thing. I've been talking
Well,
about it ever since I was a kid.
if
So
you had to create an urban legend of your own, like how would you go about it?
I already have an urban legend of my own. It's just that no one's paying attention to it. And what's funny is that once people start believing in it, then it's actually going to become a real thing. Um, should I say it on here? I don't think I want to say it on here. I gotta build suspense for that. But there is an urban legend out there that I created that could absolutely be real if people would just believe in it and fear it. You know what I mean? Then something out there, a spirit or a demon out there will take form and be like, yeah, it'll make it and turn into a reality.
Yeah, because what I find funny is some people trying to make Diddy a urban legend, which I find funny.
You know what? Yeah.
Originally, I'm originally like a stink bomb maker, and my latest creation almost killed me, but I named it Diddy Mist,
Did he? Oh no.
and they make it an urban legend, and you have a cloud of Diddy Mist after throwing the stink bomb. The face of Diddy might appear,
Oh
in the
gosh,
mist.
Diddy missed. Diddy's face just shows up out of nowhere in the fog. You know what I mean?
In the previous weaker version of the stank bomb, I called it Booty Juice, and I wanted to
Oh,
create a legend called Booty Juice Bruce or Booty Juice Jenkins.
okay. That sounds pretty entertaining. I would watch that. I would listen to that. Booty Juice Jenkins. Imagine a narrator just narrating that. I would, if you hired me to narrate for one of your urban legends, I would not get through that part of the script without dying laughing. It's like, it's like, beware of Booty Juice Jenkins. You know what I mean? Like how that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good name right there.
I don't know why I tie horror and like supernatural stuff to stank bombs.
I don't know. That's just your mind right there.
Cause
That's just,
like I imagine if you have to name like 10 animals you are scared of coming into encounter with, a skunk has to be
no,
up
it's not.
there.
It's not even on my list.
That's crazy.
It's not
I ain't
even on my.
making my. I'm not making my stank bombs nasty enough. You know?
No, that's not. I mean, I have friends that smoke weed, and weed smells exactly like skunk, and so, you know what I mean. Skunk is just a lot more deeper of a smell. Weed is that same smell, but like much more tame. So I can tell the difference between the two. If a skunk is nearby and someone's smoking weed next to it, I can distinguish the two smells. I'm not
But
good.
the problem you run in when you make stank bombs is you have to stop at a certain point before it gets to biological warfare.
Biological warfare, exactly. Before they start calling the Geneva Conventions on you, you know what I mean? I know
Like
what you mean.
you want it to stink and you want it to be a memorable smell, but do you want the skin slowly dissipating off the
Yeah,
affected area?
exactly. See, your nose starts bleeding and then it doesn't stop bleeding. You know what I mean? Oh, that's not good.
Like the it's embarrassing, but I'll tell the story. When I first made Diddy Mist, I ain't gonna say the ingredients, but it ain't nothing like
And
bleach or aroma.
there ain't nothing but a Diddy party. There ain't no party like a Diddy party.
But
What? Yeah.
as I was making it, here's what they don't tell you when you make stank bombs. When you make it, you test it out on yourself. And the
Uh-huh.
way you almost die when you make stank bombs is when you finally put the final ingredient in, you mix it all together to get the aroma percentage. When I made Diddy Mist for the first time, I finished mixing up all the ingredients. I was doing my studies to see what color it is, the potency,
Oh, yeah.
what is the air that's coming from the concoction. Is it hot air, cold air? Before I knew it, I knocked myself out. I passed out.
Damn,
And when I woke up, I was still exposed to the Diddy Mist, and I woke up and I passed right back out. This happened 4 times until I remembered, all right, I'm about to wake up. Diddy Mist is still in the air.
yeah.
Because mind you, I'm doing it in a small shed in my
Oh, heck
backyard.
no.
So ain't no ventilation. So if I wake up, I have to immediately cover my nose for my brain registers. It's Diddy Mist in my
Diddy
nose.
missed, yeah.
So as soon as I wake up, I cover my mouth and my nose. I'm heavily nauseous. I'm dehydrated. My eyes are bloodshot purple. I don't know what's going on.
Dude, that imagine like you just got knocked out fresh. You just got freshly knocked out by the Diddy Mist. You wake up and your pants are down by your ankles, and your underwear is nowhere to be seen. That's basically what you just told me. Is that you got exposed to Diddy Mist, you got knocked out for however many hours. You wake back up and your pants are gone. Basically, that would be that's how you complete the urban legend right there. That would
Oh
make it
yes.
that would make it terrifying. Cause like, how did my pants end up all the way down here? You know what I mean?
And then as you drift off to sleep, the only thing you hear is
savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
I'm a savage. Ooh, I'm a
Oh,
savage.
almost exactly.
Whatever I get, I want. I'm a savage. Ooh.
Oh, almost. Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember that one. No, that's
But
funny.
it's not uncommon to. I can't say that with confidence. I'm not no expert by any means, but I've been doing it for a few years. But it's not crazy to get knocked out from your own stank bomb
That's how
because
strong it
someone's
was.
got to make it.
Yeah, that's how strong it was. It like knocked you out, man. That's crazy.
And then what I gotta stop doing is adding paprika because
Oh heck no!
it makes your nose runny.
Not just that, basically burns your eyes too. Paprika?
Yeah.
No, that shit will sting. Yeah, that hurts. As if the stink wasn't bad enough. You add paprika, everything starts burning.
Oh, and I do got a jar of booty juice. It's my first ever prototype. I got it on my shelf.
That's the weirdest. That's the craziest sentence I've ever heard in my entire life. You know
So
what?
when I,
Hey,
so if I ever getting robbed, I don't got a weapon on me. I just throw some booty juice on them.
dude, that's crazy. Insane. Like, pitch me the product as if you're pitch it to me as if you're selling me this product. Like, sell me some booty juice. Go ahead. Let me want to buy booty juice.
Hey, have you ever wanted to be a code name Kids Next Door operative, but when you, well, that isn't necessarily a problem. You can still recreate some of the most iconic gadgets you find in K&D. One such thing is the mystical liquid called booty juice. And I know it's not the most market brand friendly name, but what it does is worth its price in gold or shit, depending on the context. But this mesombaquillingenic type of liquid is the perfect stank bomb. Got some stuff you can wash off with tomato juice. I'm looking at you, skunk. This concoction of booty juice is made from ingredients you will never, and I mean ever, you could be omnipotent and you still wouldn't know how to make this.
That's hilarious.
These ingredients will cause the following. Everything. So if you throw it at somebody, everything will happen to them. So if you got an enemy you don't want to kill, but you want to permanently traumatize, give them some booty juice. It is made 100% from renewable resources, and it isn't. I can't say that with confidence. It is toxic, but it isn't a deadly toxic. So if you got somebody you hate, but you don't want to spend jail time over them, grab some booty juice today. And you can talk to our available agents. They are brothers. You could talk to Booty Juice Bruce and Booty Juice Jenkins. They have different flavors, believe it or not. You have to sign 3 waivers if before you even touch it, you can't sue us. And we are selling it for -$4. So if you want booty juice and $4, you know who to come to.
That's funny. Like, I don't even have to buy it. You just like I just get booty juice and $4 for free. Heck yeah.
Tell you.
You know what?
And if I go and grab it, what color do you think it will be?
What, the liquid?
Yeah.
Like some sort of stank, like gray. It'll just be gray. You put so much toxic shit into that, it's probably gray.
It is the brightest green you can imagine. It's almost glow in the dark.
Oh god, that's how you know it's rank, is when it's glow in the dark.
And Diddy Mist is neon black color.
How do you get neon? What the? How do you get neon black?
Don't ask. It could be something.
No, I don't know. I don't know about that one, man. That's crazy.
Telling you,
No,
I'm talented in the weirdest ways.
me too, me too. But I've never been talented in the point of developing booty juice. But hey, we all got our own talents. I respect yours. You know, I condone it because you're doing your own thing. You're staying in your lane. You know what I mean? As long as you ain't harming anybody else with that. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're
You,
around my target, it's like,
if you, yeah, exactly. If you my enemy, then yeah. But I'm nobody's enemy.
yeah, that's why the 8.1 billion podcast accepts you. We have no enemies. We interview and talk to anybody else in the world.
Exactly. And I'm glad you had me on here. Seriously, it's one of my all-time favorites because the conversations were very, very, very me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not only that, but you actually did ask me some really good questions about my career, and I appreciate that so much. The more people you have on your podcast, the more experience you get when it comes to developing questions. And I'd say your questions, you impressed me. I will say that.
Oh yeah, and I do this with every guest, but and I want to try out this feature right
Oh,
here,
look at that.
the 8.1 billion podcast. If you look to the left, this is our community so far.
Yeah,
This is future people who will be on the podcast, people I'm scouting, people I'm talking to, and people who've already been on.
exactly. And look at that paranormal poet. Who's that? Who's that name right there, all the way at the top?
Oh yeah.
Who's that name at the top? Paranormal poet is number one. Look at that.
And that being said, most of these guys, they make beats and they do music. So if you ever want to hit up anybody in the community, we all help each other.
Hey, sounds good. Sounds good.
And I don't know if any of them do spooky beats, but I can ask. We do have a Discord where we talk and ask each other for help.
Right. Yeah, no,
But
that's pretty cool, man.
yeah,
A whole community of producers.
I didn't mean for it to be like that, but I make beats and I work with SoundCloud rappers, so I keep
Hey,
running into other people like that.
hey, nice, nice. Yeah, I used to do that. Not anymore.
It's a thankless job, I know.
No, I didn't even go for the money. I was just making beats as a teenager. I thought it sounded cool, but now I've grown out of it. I'm a YouTuber now. I get paid to tell ghost stories and scare the shit out of people. So I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Of
and
course. Uh-huh.
if I ever interview anybody else in the same expertise as you, if they're into scary stuff or they like to do narration and voice work, I can recommend them to you for like
Absolutely.
advice.
Or if you run into anyone if you run into anyone who ever genuinely needs a voice actor or someone to help narrate for their YouTube channel or for their media project, whatever it may be, you can refer them to me, as you know firsthand what I sound like, how I sound, and what kind of, like how yeah, like
Oh
you
yeah,
can absolutely refer them to me. That would be awesome.
yeah. There's somebody in the Discord that was writing was doing a comic book and he needed some voice actors for some characters, but
Oh,
he had
voice actor.
found he had found some people though.
Oh, okay. Bet. I mean, yeah, no, like I'm always looking for my first paid gig. You know what I mean? I'm always looking for my paid first narration gig. So just hit me up whenever you need, man.
Oh
You
yeah,
know? Yeah,
I got you.
absolutely.
But yeah,
That'll be a pleasure.
yeah, I'll do the outro and I'll get to editing and try to get this podcast episode up as soon as possible.
Sounds good. There's not that many mistakes made, so this will be pretty easy to upload. I will
Oh
say
yeah,
that.
but yeah, this has been another episode of the 8.1 billion podcast, and we will see you guys very soon. Is there anything you want to say before we leave?
If you're free Saturday, there's always Spooky Saturday, and if you're free Wednesday, there's always Wednesday Zen Day. I'm always live in between those, like 9:30 p.m. California time, or 12:30 Eastern, like midnight. And yeah, if you guys check out my channel, Saucy Ace might link it below, but I'm just Paranormal Poet wherever you find me on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll link his information in the description.
Sounds good to me, man.
Yeah, this episode does good, and the people like you. Like, you're more than welcome to do another episode.
Oh, you already know it, man. And like, I'm always willing to help you out. Like, this is one of those podcasts that I really feel passionate about, that I know that you guys are gonna go big one day. So let's make that 8.1 billion a little more realistic. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh yeah, and can you guess what our first piece of merch will be once I figure it out?
Don't tell me it's gonna be booty juice.
No,
Don't tell me it's gonna be booty juice.
I can't.
8.1 billion podcast merch. It's gonna be a microphone and maybe like a globe around it. I don't know, like the plant. I don't know.
It will be either a tapering or a flag with our logo.
Okay, I like that. Keep it simple.
Yeah, I'll have all 8.1 billion people waving our flag.
Hey,
At least that's the goal.
No, that'd be awesome. I'd absolutely love to see some merch be made for sure.
Oh yeah.
If there's ever a hat, guaranteed I'm buying it. I mean, I already have this hat.
Yeah,
So
it's our company that I am the founder, general manager, and CEO of. They actually sponsor this podcast. I meant to do a sponsorship, but I don't know how to pay myself. But I got a hat right here.
Yeah.
Actually called
let's see, SA Sauce.
Yeah, Sauce Incorporated.
Sauce Incorporated. I like that. I like that name.
It's allegedly where you would have been able to buy our weakest and earliest forms of stink bombs, but we moved on from that.
From that venture. But yeah, man, that is so cool. One more time, thank you for having me here. It was a fun opportunity, and I hope the audience watching this also had fun with our topics. If you guys would like me back, please do Sauciest and the 8.1 billion podcast a huge favor. Click that like button and leave an amazing comment down below. You know, I will be in the chat, in the comment section, talking to you guys. So just please show him all the love and engagement. He deserves it. And that's it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We love having new guests and new people in the community. We currently are being viewed in, I want to say 9, but guaranteed 7 countries.
Okay.
But
I like that.
International from early on.
International, I like that.
Yeah, but we could go ahead and end it there. It's been real fun.
There's no better way to end it right there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Either way, thank you for having me. And yeah, let's do this. Let's have another successful episode 16.
Yep. This has been episode 16. Episode 17 will be as soon as I find somebody else. I don't want to do a solo episode yet.